On August 16, 2019, around 11 p.m., nightclub employee Rachel Mogg reviewed security footage and made a perplexing discovery. Although the club had already closed, the surveillance cameras captured an unexpected sight. The footage revealed a figure that didn't appear to be a full-grown adult, resembling more of a small child. The translucent figure approached the dance floor, hesitated for a moment, then turned back.
Oh my god! That shit me up. Oh my god. I'm so scared. That's crazy. Oh my god.
What is it?
It actually looks like it's walking, doesn't it?
This eerie incident left Rachel and her friends baffled and intrigued by the unusual occurrence. Two security guards, intrigued by a mysterious incident, scrutinized the 360-degree security camera footage outside their building. Despite scanning every angle, nothing unusual caught their attention until they stumbled upon a perplexing sight in the street. The footage captured a woman standing in the street who inexplicably vanished after igniting something that burst into flames.
Este se ve mejor. Ajá. Se fue. Para que se veamos cuando sigamos. Para que vean de que no. Si alguien puede ver que se va, no se va. Ahí le entramos.
Ahí se ve como una calavera.
Aparece, ajá.
Te estoy enseñando, mira.
Y desapareció. Chao.
Mira, ahí se aparece como una calavera, ¿verdad?
Ajá, ahí.
Mira.
Adding to the bizarre nature of the event, the smoke that followed appeared to take on the eerie shape of a skull, leaving the night guards bewildered by the unexplained occurrence. In the eerie silence of the night, the homeowner was jolted awake by the frantic barking of their dog. Alarmed, they hurriedly checked the security footage, expecting to find the cause of the commotion. Strangely, the door creaked open on its own, triggering alarms and bells. Yet the video revealed an unsettling void. No intruder, no ghostly figure, just an empty space. However, as the owner listened closely, a spine-chilling voice echoed through the recording, sending shivers down their spine. Disturbed and unnerved, the owner couldn't shake off the unsettling feeling, hoping fervently that this haunting voice would remain a singular and unexplained occurrence. In the haunting depths of a Sicilian hermitage in 2004, a group of friends embarked on an eerie journey that would become the stuff of legend. As they delved deeper into the cave's shadows, an unexpected encounter awaited them. An enigmatic woman, draped in black, stood motionless within the cavern's embrace. Attempts to communicate with her yielded no response, leaving the group unsettled.
Salve. 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 Oh, ciao. Oh, ragazzi, uscite un attimo.
retracing their steps toward the exit, the friends couldn't shake the feeling of unease. Curiosity got the better of them, prompting a return to the spot where the mysterious woman had been. To their bewilderment, she had vanished into thin air. Anxious to leave, they headed for the exit, only to be confronted by a dark figure emerging at the tunnel's end, blocking their escape.
Usciamo di costa. Usciamo di destra. Merda.
The video abruptly ends, leaving behind a lingering mystery. What became of those friends in the depths of the Hermitage? In this intriguing security footage captured by a night vision camera in a dimly lit parking garage, a man, presumably an officer, approaches a parked car. He opens the driver's side door, reaching inside, possibly kneeling on the driver's seat. After retrieving something from the car, he closes the door, locks it, and walks away. However, the mystery unfolds when, in his absence, the car begins to move forward autonomously, slowly advancing until it lightly collides with the wall beneath the camera. The man returns later, finding the garage now well lit, expressing evident confusion about the unexplained movement of the vehicle. The leveled garage floor makes it unlikely that the car drifted on its own. Notably, this footage was captured by the National Police in Ecuador, minimizing the likelihood of tampering or it being a prank. As a family enjoyed their time in the woods at night, unbeknownst to them, a pale, human-like figure was lurking in the darkness behind them. The eerie figure crouched and moved silently, seemingly hiding from the family before slipping away into the shadows.
No bajen los pies.
Ahí era la buena.
No bajes los pies.
¿Cómo se la apura, güey? While some speculate it could be a homeless person living in the woods, the mysterious nature of the encounter raises questions about what exactly transpired. Shared by Miss Bethany Haroldstad on social media, a chilling video captured an eerie incident at a store during the night. Initially appearing normal, the footage reveals a ghostly woman outside the store. Dressed in a long yellow or green dress with a pale-colored shirt, she lacks a discernible head and arms, presenting an unsettling sight against the darkness. The figure remains motionless before shuffling out of view. Zooming in, her pale gray, indiscernible facial features give an otherworldly quality. Resembling the typical white lady ghost associated with tragic tales, the unexpected twist occurs as she reappears and inexplicably vanishes while standing, baffling both viewers and an employee who ventured outside to investigate. A group of friends embarked on an exploration of a large parking lot filled with unused buses, rumored to be haunted. Despite initial excitement, things took a serious turn when speaking to a nearby neighbor. The tension heightened as a bus's lights, initially off, spontaneously turned on. Investigating revealed an empty bus, adding an eerie element to the supposedly haunted site.
¿Qué me digas?
Miren. Miren. Está encendido, ve. Están encendidos.
Dice que la luz del bus.
Se han encendido las luces del bus.
Y estará abierta la puerta.
No sé. Está encendida la luz del bus, bichos. Bichos. Miren, bichos. Miremos si no hay nadie adentro.
As the group decided to explore the town, a chilling sight awaited them. From a distance, a dark, unmoving figure stood next to one of the buses.
Ah, no mames, güey. Ay, Dios mío. No mames. Miren. Aquí está el cuerpo. Oiga. ¿Qué quieres? Miren. A la madre, güey.
Filled with fear, the friends retreated, leaving behind the mystery of whether they had encountered a ghost in that haunted parking lot. On November 24th, 2033, a school janitor was walking through an eerie, empty hallway during the night shift, a place other custodians preferred to avoid. This high school, built on an old cemetery, imposes restrictions on students entering this hallway alone after a certain hour, and the custodians have tales of haunting experiences. One night, feeling uneasy after a strange encounter, a custodian decided to record a video. As he captures the scene, a chilling event unfolds. Entering a classroom, he turns on the lights, and a balloon starts following him, defying explanation. Other balloons remain undisturbed.
All right, I usually don't record while I'm on the job, but this is freaking me out. It's sort of unreal. I'm here at work. I'm here in the janitor's closet. Yeah, let me just show you guys. All right. Just to, I don't know, let you guys know this school was built on the cemetery. I don't know if that helps my situation or not, but previous janitors that have worked here have tried to tell everyone that, you know, every night something happens, some spooky shit, I don't know, paranormal or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I didn't really believe him until tonight. I was in here cleaning up after some students had thrown a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. And do your thing, you stupid balloon. I got you on camera now, so let's just, see? That right there. Just ooh. Okay. See, no. It just follows me no matter what. Ooh! No, I can't. Like I said, I haven't been back here to touch anything. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Yeah, I can't. I'm not doing that.
The horror intensifies when he spots a swift-moving dark figure in a window, prompting him to sprint away in terror, shaken by the unexplained paranormal activity. Two friends were engrossed in a video game, home alone when an eerie incident unfolded. While deeply immersed in their game, the door unexpectedly swung open, catching the attention of one of the boys. However, the mystery deepened as a chair slid across the floor on its own. Could they have experienced a close encounter with a ghost? The unexplained events left them puzzled and curious about the supernatural forces at play. In a chilling video posted on social media, a man recounts a perplexing incident involving the family cat, Kaya, who went missing while he was away. His children, in their quest to find the cat, recorded their search with a tablet. Upon reviewing the footage, an unsettling discovery was made. Near the bottom of the stairs, a dark, amorphous figure seems to lean out, coinciding with the camera abruptly moving away.
Hey, everybody listen. My kids just caught something on camera. They tablet kind of messed up, but I want y'all to bear with it. Look, just pay attention to downstairs. They was looking for the cat that's called Kaya. We got a cat that's called Kaya. They were looking for it. Now, I used to always come in and I used to be like hearing something when they wasn't here. Nobody don't be here but me sometimes, and mom might be at work or they might be, daycare school, but I be like hearing stuff when I be out. Listen, look at this. Pay attention to their tablet. Look downstairs, right down there. Look down there.
Did y'all even look downstairs?
Now I just got home now. They showed me this on their tablet. This on their tablet.
Maybe she went in the night room. That's all done. Kaya, girl. Kaya. Where are you? Kaya. How do you do? Kaya, mama. Kaya, girl. Oh, what?
The startled reactions of the children add an eerie dimension to the unexplained event. The mysterious appearance leaves the man at a loss for words. What are your thoughts on this strange occurrence? The user from Spain, after a hailstorm, observed a jelly-like substance on the top of her car.
Esto es granizo porque esto tiene pinta de ser gelatina. Mirad, o sea, esto es granizo. Es que tengo todo el coche igual. A ver.
This is
literally the weirdest thing. Okay, it's 65 degrees, so y'all know it's too warm for snow and ice. And it was not like that last night. This chemical residue is from the rain, y'all. And it's so bad. Like, it doesn't even want to come off my car. Like, what are they putting in the air? It's so, like, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't wipe off with the windshield wiper. It just smears this weird frosty, waxy looking stuff into the windshield. Like, it's not coming off. You hear that? I'm gonna have to scrape this off for real, like with a little brush or something, because it's not coming off. What is in the rain, y'all?
Oh yes, I'm doing a little experiment here. Definitely picks it up.
Intriguingly, her car was safely parked in the garage, away from trees or other potential sources of the mysterious substance. Ashley Goldzweig, residing with her dog, experienced an unusual incident. While lying in bed with her dog, the dog suddenly became intensely hostile. This behavior typically occurs when Ashley is alone at home, and the dog often directs its growls toward the doorway. On a specific night, Ashley encountered sleep paralysis, and during this episode, she saw a figure standing at her door. Unable to move, she closed her eyes, and when the paralysis lifted, the figure was gone.
What is it?
Ashley finds this video creepy, adding to the mysterious nature of her experiences. In a drone camera footage captured during a protest in New York, an eerie phenomenon was observed. Among the gathered crowd, a shadowy figure was noticed moving in an unnatural and fast manner.
What is that?
Words or voice, prepared statements on loudspeakers, or just yelling in general.
Upon closer inspection, it appeared translucent, ruling out the possibility of it being someone holding a banner or similar objects.
It's not a flag. New York.
Both pieces of bread, almost burgers, get that melted.
The mysterious nature of this occurrence adds an extra layer of intrigue to the situation. In a video recorded by an airplane pilot in Bangkok, a puzzling scene unfolded late at night. The footage showed a group of people walking toward the terminal of Phuket International Airport in southern Thailand. Strangely, the jet bridge in the video didn't seem to be connected to any plane, raising questions about what was happening. The mysterious nature of the scene adds an element of intrigue and leaves viewers wondering about the circumstances captured in the footage. In this security camera footage from an office building, a man approaches a woman's desk and engages in conversation. As the woman briefly turns away, the man decides to take a seat on a metal folding chair in front of her desk. Suddenly, the chair is yanked to the side, causing the man to fall to the ground. The incident suggests a paranormal occurrence, leaving viewers to contemplate the possibility of unseen forces at play in the office space. During a live on-air segment, Two journalists engaged in a friendly debate that quickly became heated and aggressive. Despite the presenters' attempts to calm them down, they became physical and began destroying the set, pushing the desk back and forth until it was completely broken. The presenter could not stop them and had to wait for the production team to intervene and forcibly end the altercation. It was an uncomfortable situation where the journalists became too comfortable and their behavior became unacceptable. Looks like the friendly debates turned out to be not so friendly. A man who loves exploring new and exciting places stumbles upon a large field of crops. However, he is standing in a portion of the area where there are no crops. A drone captures a perfectly geometric symbol carved out of the crops. The symbol is so precisely similar that it couldn't have been done by a farmer or a human for that matter. Do you recognize the symbol? This is one of the biggest mysteries, and let's hope to find more information soon. It's fascinating how these trees have been beheaded, although it is also scary to see. What could have caused such an unusual phenomenon? After some research, it was discovered that a drought many years ago led to the discovery of these trees. Back then, people likely cut them down for their use, leaving the lower trunks behind. The area was then covered in water for many years until the most recent drought exposed the reality of these trees. What's truly unique is how well preserved they have remained, despite being decades old. During their water expedition, these men used their drones to search for more crabs. However, they spotted something much more dangerous, a great white shark. The shark could be seen lurking around their boat and even got close to their crab pot. Wisely, the men in the boat decided to cut the pot loose for the shark, which swam away afterward.
Like it's Kane.
Undoubtedly, these men were lucky to stay safe after encountering the dangerous great white shark. A child was lost in the middle of the woods, with no means of finding his way out, and the night had already fallen. The darkness must have been terrifying for the poor kid. Fortunately, the intelligent cops came to his rescue. They used a drone equipped with a thermal camera to locate the boy. After some searching, they were able to find him and sent ambulances and cops to his location. Thankfully, the boy was in perfect, unharmed condition. A sudden thunderstorm had caused a fire to break out in a large hay field. The flames were quickly spreading and destroying the field. The fire would have consumed acres of land if it weren't for the quick thinking and his heroic actions. The farmer used his tractor to carve out a path around the fire. By removing the upper layer of soil, less material was available to fuel the fire. This created a barrier, preventing the fire from spreading any further. The farmer's bravery saved hundreds of acres of land from destruction, and many people saluted his actions. It was indeed a heroic act. A video captured by a drone shows a man being chased by a large brown bear. The drone approaches the bear, which stops and seems curious about the device. Eventually, the bear resumes its jog alongside its owner through the snowy woods. Some people initially believed the video was fake, but it was later confirmed that the bear was a trained animal, not chasing the man, but simply running with its owner. This drone conducted its usual surveillance of the area when it unintentionally captured something intriguing. A black figure is visible to the left of the camera's view. Some viewers claim to have observed its head move, whereas others believe it to be a tree. Regardless, it is alarming that we are unaware of what it could be. What are your thoughts on this? In the video, we can see a group of tourists taking pictures of a giant African elephant that stands 4 meters tall. However, these tourists seem unaware of the danger they are in and are standing dangerously close to the elephant while taking its pictures. Suddenly, the elephant redirects its attention towards them, and what it does next could have been terrible. It proceeds to bluff charge at the group, causing visible panic. The guide responds by aiming his weapon as a warning. Thankfully, no one was hurt, and the tourists eventually returned to safety. Have you ever considered the existence of the merman? While mermaids are often talked about, this video portrays the discovery of a merman in a river. In the footage, a group of people dressed in white can be seen removing the merman from the water and placing them on a stretcher, where paramedics wait to transport the body. The creature's tail is visible as they are carried away from the scene. Since then, further information has not been released about the merman or any potential discoveries. Do you believe in the possibility of merman, or are they purely mythological creatures? One of the most threatening animals is the rhino. You do not want to get anywhere near these animals, as they will do their best to attack you. In a video clip depicting tourists passing by a rhino, the animal charges straight into their vehicle before being stopped by one of the guides.
Close to the rhinos, Michael.
However, this does not deter the rhino. After changing its direction, it slams full force into the front of the vehicle with its horns.
Back on!
This must have been a terrifying situation for the passengers, but thankfully, the rhino decided to spare them at this time. Following a lava explosion that took place in a mountainous region, an unexpected incident occurred. A few stray dogs were found trapped in a yard, covered in ash. The surrounding temperature was unbearably high, making it impossible for the dogs to move from their spot. Due to the extreme heat, helicopters could not be sent to rescue them. However, thanks to science and technology, drones played a crucial role. They delivered food packages to the dogs, allowing them to have a full stomachs and wait for rescue. Let us hope that the dogs are now in a much better place. There is a controversial story that asks whether people come back as ghosts. In the past, there was a man who was greatly feared by many, but he left the world too soon. He owned a building that was eventually demolished, as seen in a video. However, during the demolition, something strange was captured in the nearby building. It appeared to be a moving shadow of some sort, and many believed it to be the ghost of the feared man. The unknown shadow can be seen moving around the lower part of the building at a very fast pace. Do you believe it was a ghost or just a human being? Regardless, they were definitely in trouble being so close to the demolition of the building. A man was speaking on TV, providing information about an upcoming program. However, during his speech, something strange happened on the screen. The man's face kept changing bizarrely. At first, it was his eyes, then his mouth, and eventually, his entire face. Although it is likely a technical fault, many theories have emerged regarding this incident. What do you think happened? A group of hunters waited silently in the bushes, hoping to attack and capture some black bears. However, their plan didn't go as expected. After a while, they spotted a bear emerging from the trees, but they didn't take any action. Soon, more bears joined. More and more kept joining, but the hunters kept their aim on them, hoping not to be spotted. As the bears approached closer, the hunters prayed that they wouldn't be caught. Suddenly, one bear rushed towards them, but thankfully passed by without any harm. They definitely got out of a scary and dangerous situation. Imagine a daring adventurer in a superheat suit and high-tech gear. They ventured into a fiery volcano on a remote island called Ambrim, seeking answers about extreme life forms. Using drones and biometric sensors, they captured thrilling footage to advance science. Despite dangers like toxic gas and falling rocks, they made it out safely just before a dangerous eruption. This brave mission was a success. A Canadian reporter faced a scary situation while on live TV. She suddenly couldn't speak and almost fainted.
Too late. Now, Nairman, I'm looking at after the day, families are. Sorry, Nairman, I'm not feeling very well right now, and I'm about to.
The video was shared on the Times Now YouTube channel. As people started sharing wild ideas, the reporter, Jessica Robb, later explained what happened. Despite the frightening moment, Jessica and her team handled it well, and she got better. In the wild, there was a man sneakily filming a bear, and the bear had no clue he was there. He crept closer, deciding on a foolish action. The bear reacted swiftly, and the camera fell, leaving us wondering about the man's fate. A police officer with a nifty drone. And here's why. Picture a guy running away from the police, thinking he's got a clever escape plan. But, surprise, a drone tags along, snitching on his every move to the cops. In a wide open field, a guy controlled his drone to check out an old, lonely house. As his drone soared, he spotted a dark, peculiar figure inside. It moved like a person, but vanished quickly. Even after many close-ups, he couldn't figure out what it was. Mystery concealed in plain sight. Peter Pugh, a 75-year-old writer, was strolling along the beach with his family. Suddenly, he got separated from them. It wasn't until the next day, at the stroke of 5, that a drone from East Anglia Police spotted him in the vast swampy marshes. A big rescue team had to wade through gigantic reeds to reach him. You might wonder why he couldn't just walk out, but he had been lost in that swamp all night, and he was completely tired. The East Anglian countryside is enormous, and he could have been lost forever. He was also trapped by the thorny reeds that clung to his clothes. This is a story of how a drone was used for good. Without it, Peter might have remained lost for weeks, months, or even years without food or water. It was a true life-saving moment. In 2007, a train crash video from Melbourne, Australia was shown with strange audio that played for nearly 10 minutes. It was shared by a YouTuber named Juana Money. People wondered why the audio didn't match the video.
Jesus Christ, help us all, Lord. 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 Help us all, Lord. Jesus Christ, help us all, Lord. Jesus Christ, help us all, Lord.
Some thought it might be a hack. It's a spooky mystery. A news helicopter in the sky over Milwaukee, Wisconsin, suddenly lost power, making the pilot land it right at a police station. It was quite the unexpected stop. Check out the video to see how it all happened.
Bill at the time was a pilot, and he's saying, okay, that's it, we're done, we got to land. Literally right in the end of a live report, we did auto-rotate down. We had the one last bump where the piston went out on the end of the report. That actually made it on air. He found the first open area, which was that police station's parking garage. We were so worried about landing the helicopter, I forgot to bring up the Omni antenna, and I remember we bent that thing straight sideways. I couldn't sit in an office all day doing something else. I love doing this, and it's a creative outlet for myself. I enjoy shooting. I love telling the story from the picture.
Check out this eye mystery. YouTuber Lone Star Lunatic 361 revealed a wild video featuring a reporter with some serious eye weirdness. Her peepers go haywire as she blinks, almost like they're doing somersaults. Could it be a tech hiccup in our digital age, or is there something more mysterious at play? What's your verdict? Once, a man found himself stuck high in a tree, and a fierce bear wanted to bring him down. The situation was tense, but just when things looked bleak, the bear got spooked and climbed down, sparing the man. They had a standoff as the bear pondered its choices. What happened next left the man terrified. The bear returned, attempting something dreadful. However, the bear got frightened by another bear, and the man survived to share the tale. In the wild, there's this big, fierce fire. People see lots of fires every year, and they keep growing bigger. We often watch videos of these fires, but they're usually shot from the ground or a helicopter, which can't get too close. But drones, despite some issues, can get closer and are safer. This video seems like a regular nature clip until the drone goes higher, showing the vast fire. It's not the biggest one, but it gives an idea of the massive wildfires out there. Although these drone operators filmed the fire on purpose, it's not a smart idea to get close to big fires. This video is a reminder of wildfires in places like Alaska, Arizona, and California, and how they affect us. It reminds us to be careful and protect our environment. Life is like a fragile glass, shattering when we least expect it. Franco Scolio, a famous Italian soccer manager, guided 17 teams with a sense of humor. He once joked about passing away while talking about Genoa CFC. Sadly, his prophecy came true, leaving a shocked audience. In the city he cherished and the team he loved, he peacefully departed. His unexpected passing left everyone in sorrow, as he was a cherished figure in Italian soccer, with thousands paying their respects at his funeral. Look at this drone. It's like a secret spy. It's quietly watching these kids as they play on the roof, maybe skipping class. The kids don't even know the drone is tailing them. The pilot's a pro, flying it with precision. But the kids finally spot it and get nervous. They dash off to the woods, probably trying to be sneaky, but they weren't very quiet. In a spooky setting at Greenridge Cemetery, during a live YouTube broadcast by WNYT News Channel, something eerie floated by near a grave. A ghostly figure glided past as Sam talked about Twilight tours. Is it a lost spirit or just a digital trick? Either way, I'm sold on the Twilight tour. Disagreements between political parties are common, but this one turned into a physical fight. Greek politician Rena Duru from the coalition of the radical left criticized Elias Kasidiaris' neo-Nazi party, saying it would set the country back. Kasidiaris responded by throwing water at Rena Duru. Chaos erupted as a Communist Party member, Liana Canelli, hit him with a newspaper. Kasidiaris slapped her 3 times. He was briefly held backstage, but escaped before the police arrived. He is now in prison for his involvement in violence against anti-fascist activists and immigrants. The video is deeply disturbing. The KTVU team got a big surprise when a guy made a ruckus and dashed off. Just a bit away, the KNTV crew yelled when a dude came close and smacked their camera person. After that, the troublemaker grabbed both cameras and hopped into a car. His face flashed for a moment before it all stopped.
There's a gun. Hold on, wait. Sorry, there's an incident out here.
Cops caught the guy, and everyone's okay in the end. In 1982, Joseph Billy Gwynn caused chaos at a TV station in Phoenix. He shot into the air, took a guy hostage, and wanted to share his strange ideas on live TV to prevent a big war. Cops surrounded the place. After 5 tense hours, the news anchor read Gwyn's crazy speech, predicting odd things.
This is the script that Mr. Gwyn gave me, and I'm going to read it verbatim. And anytime you wish to interrupt me. All right. There is a doctor at St. Luke's who knows about a city called STYNX in New Mexico. I need his help. He's at St. Luke's Hospital.
Gwyn gave up and was arrested. It was quite a story. Putting too much stuff on a ship can be a big problem. A ship might disappear into the deep. Just like that, the Florida transport people must learn not to overload their ships. The way the sea takes a ship is amazing, but we hope everyone's safe. The reporter's professionalism and composure during a problematic situation is truly remarkable. Despite experiencing early symptoms of a stroke while on air, she kept her cool and continued with the live broadcast until it was appropriate to pass it on to her media team.
The Tulsa Air Response Space at the event. The event features live. I'm sorry, something is going on with me this morning, and I apologize to everybody. Let's just go ahead and send it on over to meteorologist Annie Brown.
It's fortunate that she received immediate medical attention and was able to receive the care she needed. Her experience serves as a reminder of the importance of staying calm and seeking help when needed, even in high-pressure situations. A family encountered a female lion approaching their car, and instead of being afraid, they were excited. The passenger recorded the lion's behavior without showing any signs of fear. However, the situation became concerning when the lion got too close. The lion's family joined in, and one of them started to fiddle with the vehicle's tire.
Right next to us, Dad. Right. Oh.
Don't run.
Don't move.
Oh, okay. I'm good.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
He's attacking your tire. Hey, he's attacking your tire. Oh, man.
Ultimately, the family decided to drive away, but the female lion successfully blew out the vehicle's tire. They quickly drove away, leaving the female lion staring at them.
What is down there?
They're like, oh.
He's blowing the tire.
He blew up our tire.
Blew the tire out, right?
Yep.
He took the tire out?
Yep, blew up our tire. There's like so many looking at our car. They think we're the enemy.
Oh, my.
Fortunately, they weren't left stranded all alone between those scary lions. During a skiing event, a female reporter interviewed a skier alongside another colleague. As they conversed, the reporter suddenly fell down, appearing woozy before collapsing.
And you guys are teaching me how to cross-country ski, so give us some base.
Though it seemed nothing too serious had happened, the reporter had passed out momentarily. Despite this, she pushed herself through the interview while sitting on the cold ground for the next 2 minutes.
Okay. I just slipped and fell, so we'll have more, but tell people the basics of coming up here.
Many attributed her momentary passing out to the altitude, and despite the concerning incident, many people praised her professionalism and perseverance. A man was hiking in snowy mountains when he encountered a black bear. Initially calm, the situation quickly escalated as the bear climbed up towards him.
Hey.
The man started to panic, but he raised his voice to scare the bear away. Fortunately, he managed to succeed in doing so. He kept an eye on the bear as it backed off.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey. 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 I'm gonna... Hey!
Fortunately, it was a black bear, not a brown bear. News helicopters are like modern-day magic carpets, soaring high to capture incredible views of ongoing events, weather conditions, and traffic mayhem. But like any adventure, they can take a treacherous turn. In a memorable incident in Phoenix, back in 2007, 2 daring crews from KNXV-TV and KTVK were chasing a man in a work truck during a police pursuit. Things went topsy-turvy when the man tried to hijack another truck, and workers leaped into action to thwart him. The choppers got too close, collided, and vanished into thin air. The live feed turned into static, leaving everyone baffled.
We're gonna pull out. We don't know what has just happened right.
The smoke rising from the crash site signaled the tragic reality. It was a day the sky stood still, taking the lives of reporters and pilots, but miraculously sparing those on the ground. It's a sky-high tale with a ground-level miracle. In the dark of the night, after a car crash, a person was in danger of freezing to death. Thanks to modern drone tech and quick-thinking police, a life was saved. The drone, equipped with heat-sensing tech, found the unconscious driver in a deep ditch, and officers rushed to rescue him. With hypothermia lurking, this drone mission became a life-saving hero. In a small town in June 1991, a big drama unfolded. Albert Dryden, a local resident, had built a bungalow without permission, causing a feud with the council. When they tried to tear it down, Dryden pulled out a gun, shocking everyone. He fatally shot a planning officer, causing chaos.
Can you get a shot of this?
He was arrested, sentenced to life, and showed no remorse. Dryden was released in 2017 but passed away soon after. It was a bizarre and tragic chapter in the town's history. Reporters all over the world have faced various types of trouble. Vuyo Mvoko experienced a different kind of disturbance right before he went on live TV. Two guys came up and demanded their stuff. At first, he didn't know what was going on, but it got clear later. Just seconds before their live report, the men showed up. Even though it was scary, they didn't hide from the camera, and they got identified quickly.
Hey, we're being mugged. We're being mugged.
Everyone from the news crew was safe, and Mvoko talked about it in person. Members of the KTVU station were surprised by a commotion and a man running away. A bit farther, the KNTV crew began screaming as a man came close and hit the camera person. The suspect took both cameras and ran to a car, and his face was briefly seen before the video ended. The police caught the suspect, and no one got seriously hurt. There was a kind old man named Roy Giblin, just 82 years old. He decided to take a stroll on a beautiful evening in June. Little did he know that he would soon find himself lost in a vast, overgrown field. His family worried when he didn't return home. They called the police, who sprang into action. Search and rescue teams, police officers, and even the RNLI set out on a mission to find Roy. But it was a hero of the modern age that came to the rescue, a police drone. This drone could swoop low to the ground and take detailed pictures from above, something a helicopter couldn't do. With its watchful eye, it guided the search teams, eventually locating Mr. Giblin after 18 long hours in the wild grass near the train station. Without this incredible drone's help, Roy might not have stood a chance. It's a heartwarming tale of how technology and human determination combined to bring a missing loved one safely home. A group of terrified hunters ran desperately through the thick, snowy terrain, making their escape more challenging. As the camera panned, it became clear that a small group of powerful boars was chasing them. These boars, with their short stature and strong hind muscles, quickly closed in. One of the charging animals collided with a man, intensifying the panic. Then, to their horror, more boars emerged from the horizon, at first shocking them. However, the men decided to stand their ground, shouting loudly. Unfortunately, the video abruptly cut off, leaving us uncertain about the outcome. Once upon a spooky night, a daring soul flew his drone above a haunted graveyard. At first, the drone glided smoothly over eerie tombstones, but things took a chilling turn. From behind a gravestone, a ghostly figure emerged, floated mysteriously, and vanished into thin air. This unidentified apparition haunts the guy to this day, as it disappeared forever, defying explanation. On a fateful day in 1980 at WCPO in Cincinnati, things took a terrifying turn. James Hoskins stormed the station, taking hostages. Amidst the tension, reporter Elaine Green bravely interviewed Hoskins, who had already taken a life. Surprisingly, he released everyone unharmed, but his dark intentions were clear. The crisis unfolded on live TV, and negotiators tried to reason with him. In the end, Hoskins was the sole casualty, leaving survivors both shocked and grateful. In South Africa, a brave journalist named Charlie Starmer Smith ventured into the world of lions. Known as the King of the Jungle, these majestic creatures had a playful side. As Charlie cautiously entered their realm, he faced nibbles and scratches.
Hey, bueno. Hey!
Thanks to a vigilant handler, he emerged unharmed. The lion was just having some fun, and Charlie's calm demeanor saved the day. He lived to tell the tale. A man was flying his drone for fun when he captured something disturbing on video. In the footage, an empty background suddenly has a man appearing out of nowhere. There is no explanation, as there was not enough time for him to come from the nearby building. The man's silhouette can be seen hanging around the street lamp before suddenly disappearing behind it. The video has not been edited, so it is unclear what actually happened, which makes it quite scary. Hold on to our final clip, which is the most scariest and most creepiest one, and if you like what you saw, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our creepiest videos. In Tyler, Texas, a dramatic showdown unfolded at the courthouse. David Arroyo, fueled by anger from a recent divorce, confronted his ex-wife and son. He ambushed them, tragically taking his ex-wife's life. Brave officers inside tried to stop him but had to retreat. Amid the chaos, a news crew in a courtroom witnessed it all. One officer kept the defendant in check. When the camera person ventured outside, fear sent them running back. News crews captured the scene, but Arroyo managed to flee. A chase ended with Arroyo losing his life. Sadly, only Arroyo's wife and a civilian passed away in the ordeal. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.